Welcome to Mr. Giant Reacts and Ting and Ting and Ting. And we're going to go to Romania, and this is an old folk song. This woman, from all that I've read and stuff, is proclaimed to be the queen of folk music. You know what I mean? And the translation for this one is Over the Hill. And I'm quite excited to check this out. It seems like it's a real older one. You know me, I'm into the history of vibes. So let's go ahead and YouTube and simmer and see what kind of melodies this one's brought up.
Mai treci, neică, și tu dealul și vino la noi cu calul. Să-i dau grăunțe cu poala, ție să-ți dau vin cu oala. Calului să-i dau grăunțe și ție să-ți dau duriță. Să-i dau grăunță cu poala, ție să-ți dau vin cu oala. Să nu te însori n-al sat, că murgută o-i învățat. Să-i dau apă din vedriță și iarbă din poieniță. Să-i dau iarbă cu trifoi din grădină de la noi. Să-i dau iarbă cu trifoi din grădină de la noi. Neicuță, dragostea mea, tot mă uit în calea ta. Dar tu, neică, nu mai vii pe poteca de la vii. De ce mă ții încurcată? Să rămâi lumea în sat să mă vorbească, băieții să mă urască.
Okay, that was quite interesting. You know what I mean? And you could tell it's an old type of music and thing like that that's on there. Now, from what the little I could get from the translation on the screen there, she's singing about life in the village, you know, life in a rural area. There's a little bit about love in there somehow. But it seems to tell the story of certain things that are faux pas in the village, you know what I mean? And it's quite interesting. Some storytelling for sure, some really good storytelling. And have you noticed that a lot of the music coming from like a village where everyday people live, the music coming out of there is usually really good storytelling. And I'm not going to say poor people per se, I'm gonna, because when you live out there in the rural village areas, you might be considered poor for modern standards, but you might be rich in family, rich in tradition, rich in things like that. You know what I mean? So I guess being poor is relative if you actually take into consideration the era that we live in. But that's one of the best storytelling comes out of there, because their life is actually a little bit more closer to the natural. Instead, when you hear stories about living in a big city and you're poor, it's all struggle, straight up struggle. There's no correlation with the beauty of life and living. It's all about the struggle, because you're in that concrete jungle and all you're doing is just working towards. And I think that's the difference between music that come from rural areas where they're still outside, within nature, have some kind of a relationship with nature. So it's easier to tell stories when you are closer to nature that encompasses humanity instead of encompasses the type of lifestyle that we live in the concrete jungle, where everything is about aesthetic, you know what I mean? Man-made aesthetic, I should say. I hope you guys enjoyed this song or this reaction. If you do, drop a like on the video. Drop the comments, please. If you're in Romania, send me more music that I could react to. You understand what I'm saying? The music best come from you guys, instead of me going to search up the music. With my limited experience with music from that area. I hope you guys are having a great day, man. Y'all take care of each other, all right? Cool runnings.